One of the largest locations of interest, Te Papa, closed today for a deep clean. The visitor from Sydney was at the National Museum for almost 3 hours on Saturday, along with more than 2,000 other people.
It's been a wake-up call for Wellingtonians, and they're being urged to use their COVID scanners. Rosie Gordon reports.
Unity Books open and bustling this morning. It's one of the capital's locations of interest, but do all of their customers know that?
Did they alert you to that at all inside?
No, they didn't.
Unity Books is allowed to remain open and people were scanning in. Wellington jolted out of a complacency, which Mayor Andy Foster says has become the norm.
Do Wellingtonians scan in?
Not enough.
Occasionally I'm okay and occasionally I'm not.
I'm also not that crash hot at using a mask.
An appeal from officials to do better than okay as scanning rates drop. Our biggest scanning day was in September last year when we hit the QR code button 2.5 million times. Since then, there's been a steady decline.
And yesterday there were around 470,000 scans with the app. We need and want that number to increase.
So officials can keep track of locations of interest, like Unichem on Lambton Quay. The COVID case spent an hour here. It was partially open for business today.
We're still able to be handing out repeat prescriptions.
The largest location of interest is our National Museum, Te Papa. The case spent almost 3 hours here on Saturday, along with up to 2,500 other people. Te Papa didn't know it was a location of interest until this morning, when a conference of around 150 people was underway.
9:30 they made the decision, and at that stage we literally had Minister Michael Woods about to walk onto stage.
First of all, I signed in and then it got closed just as I was walking up the stairs.
That Te Papa visit having far-reaching consequences. Whitby Collegiate had its senior ball there on Saturday night and will close until Monday as a precaution. And Paraparaumu Beach School's trip to Te Papa this morning also canned.
There's going to be a lot of disappointment with our students. We've got 90 students coming to have a look.
And that's just the start of the disruption, with the capital now in level 2. Big events like the Wellington Marathon and Drax Project's gigs are off the cards this weekend. Wellingtonians Newshub spoke to are on board with the extra precautions.
I think it's a good idea. We have to do it.
Probably a good call.
It is frustrating for people, but that's what we need to do to keep ourselves safe.
A city now scanning in and settling in to life in level 2.
Well, kia ora, Rosie. How are Wellingtonians feeling tonight?
Mike, Wellingtonians are getting on with it, but they're certainly feeling anxious. This is the biggest COVID scare the capital has had in a long time. People are still queuing up at this Taranaki Street testing station in the Coles here behind me. They poured in here this morning to get a COVID test as soon as they heard about that case. That's put an understandable amount of pressure on this testing station. We've heard from a number of people who say they were turned away. Extra capacity is being brought in to help Wellington ramp up its testing. And if today is anything to go by, they're certainly going to need it.